Hello, hello. This is my first stream of 2026. Got a little bit of time today to go into this, and there is a lot to discuss. Oh, where do I even begin? Um, First of all, let's talk about there's bad advice, career advice for job seekers right now. That really doesn't make sense. The first of which is this open to work banner. Let's put that to bed, please. Career coaches will tell you that you look desperate if you put that up. Not true. Um, I don't think that makes you look desperate. I think it actually empowers your network to know your circumstances. So ignore the experts that say that the open to work banner is not a good thing, because honestly, it is a good thing. Let's go over the numbers, shall we? Over the past few months, the ADP employment report has been showing that there's been some rocky numbers. They don't look at the labor market has been cooling. There was also the highest number of layoffs that there were in 2008, or since 2008. So let me put this in proper perspective for you. Right now, at this point in time, with a little bit of luck and being in the right place, right time, if you set your cards right and play your cards right, you actually can be ahead of the curve. The key is to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. Let me explain what that means. Right now, if you have a network, if you were to go to your LinkedIn, for example, you have all sorts of people that you connected with over the years. These are people that you built trust and relationships with. The key to your success right now is using that network to your advantage and setting goals, maybe making 10 to 15 calls a week if you're in an active job search, and then making sure that you're actively networking and applying. So when it comes to the application process, which is only really about 20 to 25% of all jobs, mind you, you need to have a perspective from the big picture point of view in your career. And what that means is take time to actually do things in a different way than what other people are doing. Now, if you go to LinkedIn, Indeed, any even ZipRecruiter, if you were to look at those three, you would see that there's multiple applications. LinkedIn gives a false positive, which says you click on the link, it looks like many people have applied. Okay. The honest truth is not everyone goes through that application at that point. They may just click through it to see what it's all about. So what you're going to find is that one of the things that we're running into is overwhelmed recruiters with processes that are broken. Now, right now, right at the beginning of the year, is the best time to do a job search, and here's why. Budgets get approved at the beginning of the year. There's going to be attrition that comes because of the end of year. There are going to be circumstances of people who aren't happy and may leave at the back end. So what does that mean for you? It means if you time your job search right and you pick up the phone and make the right call to the right person, right place, right time, they may have a role that hasn't been posted yet. Now, you've heard about the hidden job market, and there's a lot of myths about that. But the truth is, there are roles that don't get posted. And there may be 70 to 80% of roles that haven't really, materialized yet. So when a posting goes live, they've gone through several things. They've probably looked internally. They've probably looked at a couple of applicants that are referrals, but they didn't find exactly what they wanted. So then they open it to everyone, and then it's essentially the cattle call. Now, my rule of thumb is if there's a job posting, apply to it within 24 to 72 hours. If that doesn't look like that role's gotten a lot of traction, you could probably apply to it maybe a week or 2 weeks out. You may want to still apply to it within a week, But again, my general rule of thumb is 24 to 72 hours. And so because of that, I think it's a key factor to focus on. My advice is, if you're a job seeker, focus on that and try to make sure that you're applying to those jobs within 24 to 48 hours. Now, I'd also encourage you to pick up the phone and call and get a target list of companies that you want to work for. This could be most the best companies to work for list from Glassdoor. Could be the Fortune 500 best companies to work for. It could be a local list of best companies to work for in your backyard. Now, these companies generally have one thing in common. They treat people like human beings and not widgets. So keep in mind this one rule of thumb. If you want to work for a company and you get ahead of the curve, you can actually close a bunch of offers within a month if you play your cards right. There is a way to do this. There's a whole system that can be done. I think on another vlogcast, I will show exactly how that works. And what I'm doing, I'm coming to the end of a contract right now, so I'm in an active job search myself. I will express this as a recruiter. I'm in a really good position. I'm not going to show all my cards at this moment because I'm being strategic about my job search. But the one thing I've learned over time is be authentic in the interview. Let them hear who you are. If you're going to use AI, the one thing about AI is it may set you up to actually get gated because LinkedIn doesn't like multiple bot postings. They limit how many you can do in a day, by the way. So strategically, it's not a bad idea to get that target list of companies, check their website daily, set up alerts, look at the news, kind of get ahead of things, get a target list. Try to email and get a hold of people there, see who you have contacts with in the company. And it takes a little research. This can be done, and it's something that you need to do. I'd recommend getting active in your professional association immediately. Every single organization that's out there, SHRM, for example, has numerous chapter meetings. I'm trying to go to more of those strategically, and that's setting me up for success. So I'm putting this out there today just because I've seen a lot of rumors, I've seen a lot of things, but momentum comes when you think opposite of what everyone else is doing. A lot of what those people are doing is they're going through all the postings that are on LinkedIn, Indeed, and ZipRecruiter, and those might not capture every posting. The other day, I found a really great resource that looks like one of the best meta job search engines I've ever seen. I will share that on a future date. But it is a powerful tool, and it's really helped me. I had just found it the other day, and it was so refreshing to find an actual job apply tool that pulls in all the postings from all over and then lets me strategize the way I'm going to apply, but also helps me to kind of see where my active targets are doing immediately. So if there's one thing I learned when I was in staffing sales, it was to look at different organizations, see when they post, and get ahead of the curve. And this has served me in my talent acquisition role to this point. I just think you have to be proactive and get on the phone, make human connections, and be strategic and creative about the job search. That is a powerful tool. And what it does is it opens doors for you in ways you would never, ever realize. So my message today is, if you're in a job search, please keep going. Don't give up. This is the best time to job search. But do things a little differently. Think out of the box. Do things that other people aren't doing. And you will advance yourself in the direction you want to go on your terms. I couldn't be in a better position to do just that in 2026 this year. So I'm excited to share more this year with job seekers and other people about what you can do to be different and to stand out. My number one piece of advice is know your metrics, know what value you brought, and be able to put that into words and talk about it and discuss throughout your career what you did that brought value and brought you success, and tell your story and learn how to tell your story well. Practice with friends. Go out there and get more confident. Every interview you do gets you better and better and better, and it gets better and it steamrolls. Okay. And that's the reality. And one of the things that the universe rewards is someone who's persistent, focused, and knows what they want and keeps giving and adding value. There is power in that. Change your paradigm, change your mindset. We've been through 4 years of crazy circumstances that would throw anyone for a loop. It's been change management on steroids. In other words, you, since COVID, have had to take into your soul and in your heart things and burdens that nobody else would ever realize. And whether or not you just kind of went through the motions and just kind of went forward, you were affected by it. Someone in your network was affected by it. So think carefully about how you approach this year, because this is going to be a game-changing year in many respects for careers. Be on the cutting edge, be the one that people see, be visible. Don't be afraid to let your voice be heard in your profession. That's my advice today. Let yourself roar, be a lion, go for what you know you can do well, and be the best version of yourself this year. Happy New Year, everybody. From Mike from Where's Your Next to you. Blessings this new year. Don't give up if you're on the job search. You've got it. You just need to keep going. More content coming soon from Where's Your Next with other thought leaders and other folks. It's going to be a good year. Got a lot planned. Stay tuned.